Welcome to another podcast of the current situation at Manchester United. For some reason, I just feel compelled to do this video podcast. I want to talk about a few related stuff relating to Manchester United, regarding Jadon Sancho and a few other stuff. So this may be longer than usual. This video, so anticipate that. So the first piece of news, Jadon Sancho. Um, this thing with dude, I'm gonna give my opinion, and I don't want you guys to leave your comments over below in the comment section with your opinion on this Jadon Sancho feud with Erik. It's kind of getting not only petty, but it's becoming childish, and it's like the communication there is non-existent. Like there is no sense of verbal communication between two parties. So what you have here is one person that is like the teacher, at least on paper, but he's not reconciling things with his student, which in this case is a player of the manager. So it's like there's this Splitsville party, the Splitsville relationship, I should say, of the player not communicating with the manager and vice versa. This person got suspended. He can't even train with the other players, and that says a lot. Now, persons may say, Jadon Sancho is in the wrong. Why you go after your manager like that? You don't go after your own manager like that. Not in that fashion anyway. Tambo would say, what is said in the media should not be. You don't. That's a lie. That's a lie. This virgin is like, well, he was saying the media, but we know that he was talking about the manager. That's a lie. I do my stuff in training. I train my ass off in training. What you heard is not true. And I'm coming out with these few words saying that it's not true. I've been training. But the manager didn't think so. So there is this on and again, off again. Well, it's not on and off. It's not like they reconcile. But what happened was that apparently there was a part. Of course, I'm just going through this story thing. I'm pretty sure you Manchester United supporters know what happened. Now anyway, that there was somewhat of a compromise because Sancho deleted his post. Yes, me, but he's still not in the plans of everything. He's not starting a game since what? Since early September or something, or in August. If not this season, I'm not even sure. I can't even remember. So it goes to show that the communication, man, and this bridging want to talk about say Sancho should apologize. Apologize for what? He felt that he was not only disrespected, but he felt that he was lied on. Dude, do you know that in the law, I'm not so big with law. This is not, Saul Goodman or, one of those big lawyer types. But do you know that if you lie on someone's character that you don't have proof of, that's defamation of character. The person can literally sue you. The person can literally sue you. And you being the manager, you're at training every training session. And you go say this, you claim that this guy doesn't train as often, not often, but he doesn't put in the necessary work needed to play to start for Manchester United because he doesn't fit the standards you want him to train at. So because he doesn't fit the standard you want him to train at, supposedly you drop this brethren and you still lose the game against Arsenal. So what's the profit here? I guess I'm missing the point. You lost to Arsenal. You go put this brethren on the bus in a post-match conference. You were frustrated. Let's be honest. You were frustrated. You put his name out there that needed not to be said, but you wanted to look for a scapegoat. You go pull a scapegoat card. You go pull the scapegoat card. Oh, Jadon Sancho name came up. I'm gonna use his name. Why? Why? That didn't remove. That don't put 3 points on your books. That don't give us 3 points. So I say his name for in post. I know this is long time stuff, but this have to be said, man, because at the core of it all, at the epicenter, you see me. You didn't have to say that. That I did a video. That I said why Erik is like, I can't even remember, but I was basically saying why Erik is one of the worst managers when it comes on to man management. Dude, any man with man management skills, he would have resolved this one way or another. He would have said, yo, alright, look, we ain't getting along now. We ain't getting along. You know that, I know that. You're not the type of player I want, but I put you in some games. You see me, I give you some minutes. I mean, I'd start it, but you get some minutes. if you want to leave, you can leave. January is around the corner. It's making a turn. So when it comes around the corner, you can leave to Bayern or Dortmund or any club that will have you. Either even if it's PSG, if them have the money to do that. Is me. What you say? Where you go from here? Is me something like that? And I'm not even no manager or certified manager. But this goes back to management skills, man. It's just being a people person. Everything does not look like a people person. He doesn't look like a people person. This Reggie wants to exhibit this behavior as if he's a disciplinarian, which he might have been, because I know when he was at Ajax, he go pull off that same stunt with Neves that used to play that Brazilian, that dude that looks like he's Snoop Dogg or something. Well, in terms of his demeanor, because he looks high as hell. But this brethren go talk about everything Hog's bald head and never play no game. Him go get bench. And because of that, he could have said, well, some people may say it's disrespectful. Or maybe, I don't know the manner in which he said, whether it was banter or it was a man scream on his bald head. I don't know what the nature of his mess of what he said was. But, he's trying to pull off a disciplinary behavior. Erik Ten Hag, and that could have been reason going back to that situation, because he wants to exhibit more of an authoritative person. And Jadon Sancho, it says here why Jadon Sancho was dropped in the first place. Bro, it says here the reasons why Jadon Sancho was dropped initially and the reasons why he was then and continues to be excluded from the first team squad are different, though they have the same themes underpinning them. Man, enlighten me then. A brother needs enlightenment, so go ahead. Everything I go made the decision. I can't read. Made the decision to drop the winger from the matchday squad for the Arsenal game. We know this already. It's not an emotional post. In my opinion, it's not an emotional post. See, this is the thing. Let me get to something, man. You see when persons stand on them ground, they think that they have been done wrong. Their characters were deformed, deformation of character, and the person was stand for themselves, whether it's in a, how should say it now, emphatic way. They say it in an emphatic way, like with seriousness. Say, yo, I think you do me wrong. Person want to call that emotion. That's not being emotional, and that doesn't stem from a place of insecurity. You disrespect me. If I believe that I've been putting in the work ground in training, and I believe that I've met to your standards based on what I've done in training, and it doesn't even matter what he does in training, the fact that you're going to put this brethren out in the limelight in a post-conference, in a game that you lost 3-1, that shouldn't have done that shouldn't have been the reason you said his name anyway. Yes, you were asked about Sancho, but you didn't have to say, yo, my man, he didn't train well in training. He didn't do as much as I expected in training. Because this is where, dude, this is not going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. There's no game plan to resolve this. The only two ways this is going to be resolved is, one, he's sold in January, which I believe is the necessary route he should take. Or two, if he stays at Manchester United, he'll go take a loan for 6 months, come back in May or June, whenever the season finish. Maybe then everything will get sacked. So he can come back in a different environment with a new manager that he's going to use his service on the wing and play football. Because it's not, if Erik Ten Hag stays at Manchester United, you can best believe on your $10 that he's going to be gone in January. Whether it's loan or sell, he's going to be gone. This virgin is on 300k per week, I believe. Not getting no football game time because he refused to apologize for something he believed he did not do. Some persons, and let me say this, man. When it comes on, this is where the bully enters the room. This is where the bull enters the room. Why you want the virgin to apologize for? Is that going to give? This is where you're trying to monopolize on his character. You're trying to belittle the virgin. The brethren is just what, 21, 22? And you want an apology from him. And here's the thing, because you're petty, you seem like the petty type, everything, you know that. In the instance he tells you sorry, he apologizes, you're not going to start this guy. You ain't going to start this guy. So one, you get your apology, you get your ego, you feed on your ego by telling you sorry. He apologized to you. So your ego is juiced up right now. But you ain't go start this guy out of pity, out of spite. So you still on the winning cards, but you don't want him. You want him to apologize. But the fact that he's not apologizing to you because he knows your game plan, you ain't go play him anyway. So like I said, going back to my initial point, where is this going? Where is this going? Where is this going? Because your man management skills, man, is in question, man. I've said that a couple videos back. There's nothing resolving here. You're just going through the motions, man. And one of the components, as if I'm a manager, one of the components, as if I'm a life coach, one of the components of not only a teacher, preacher, Bible speaker, manager, whatever, supervisor, you have to know how to communicate. You have to know how to communicate. And this brethren doesn't know how to communicate. End of story. To be a top tier manager, you need to have man management skills, people skills, communication skills. You see me? Now this guy hasn't played football for like 3 months. And there's a good... Alright, let's just get this out of the way. Jadon Sancho is not an everything type player. Based on what we have seen and heard, read and whatever, it doesn't seem as though Jadon Sancho is an Erik Ten Hag type of player. He doesn't have the work rate like of an Anthony. You don't have that work rate. But the thing is this, bro. Not every player goes suit your needs. Not every player is going to tick every box of your criteria when it comes down to your idealistic player that you would like at a club. So you have to make compromises. And you have to pay this guy anyway. He's on money, man, big money. I ain't not playing this guy. But because of your pettiness, because of you don't want this guy to start. You don't want him to play because you want to be on top. You want your ego to be juiced up. You see me? You want your ego to get another hit. You want your ego to go down to the drug dealer down the road and get another hit. But he's not selling you it because he's not telling you sorry. And because he's not telling you sorry, because he's not giving you another hit, you want to walk out and say, well, I ain't going to start you now. You ain't going to get no game. As if he was going to get game anyway. See, this club, Manchester United, we're not no big club, man. I said that in my couple of videos yesterday. We're not no big club. We don't operate like a big club. Not a football club anyway. We're not operating like a football club. And that's very telling. We're becoming like a circus club right now. Persons are mocking us, man, saying, man, is this the great Manchester United that we used to fear back in the day? It's like a circus club, man. Making jokes. Look at the news that's coming out of Manchester United in every journal. By every journalist. Oh, there's some drama. Anthony and his girlfriend, when Mason Green was there, Mason Greenwood, Jadon Sancho and Erik Ten Hag, this and that. Who's going to buy Manchester United? Who's going to invest in Manchester United? All of this drama, man, it's just... Jeez. But Jadon Sancho, bro, what's your thought on Jadon Sancho? Because I know some Manchester United fans didn't like the approach Jadon Sancho took. I'll say this, dude. The situation of Jadon Sancho and Erik Ten Hag is going to display a lot of... it's going to expose how persons are character-wise. How their personality is. How they would come at certain situations. Because there's a lot of varying opinions when it comes on to this situation right here with Erik Ten Hag and Jadon Sancho. And what I'm saying is this. If you see that Jadon Sancho is in wrong for this, there's going to be varying opinions. If you believe Erik ten Hag is wrong for this, there's going to be varying opinions on that as well. And of course, if persons go say, all right, boom, both parties are right, both Erik ten Hag is wrong and Jadon Sancho is wrong, persons go have varying opinions. But like I said, this situation is going to determine how persons are and how they would react in certain situations. Think about it like this. Your manager will put you under the bus for no deservable reason. You believe that you have been working hard. You haven't had no typos. You're like a security or some receptionist. Is me. And you either your manager or your supervisor will put you under the bus publicly in public. Is me in earshot of other workers, of other employees. How are you going to react? Because the situation with Jadon Sancho and Erik ten Hag is going how you perceive that situation is how you are character wise. Meaning, if you're in the situation of Jadon Sancho, how are you going to respond to the criticism of your manager or of your supervisor? Are you going to lay low and say, all right, boom, maybe I didn't do much work, maybe I could have done more, maybe I did do a few typos, maybe I should have type more slowly, maybe I should be having more of a work rate, maybe I should look more interesting, ask questions as relates to, is there anything else I could do? Maybe I should do that. Or you're gonna say, no, nope, no, I've been doing much work. Don't be coming at me like I haven't doing much work. I've been doing too much work to the point where I'm even overworking for an employee that's calling sick. I want to say I'm not doing much work now. That's why you want to take it. I've been doing too much work. You're talking about say I'm not doing much work. What are you talking about? You're my supervisor. You know what type of work I do. You see me every day in training, in the workplace. I ain't saying I'm not doing much work. What's this about? You have something against me or something? You want to say something? But you're saying I'm not doing much work. I believe I've been doing much work. So you workers don't believe what you're hearing about this guy, man, saying I don't work. I work my ass off. I've been working a lot. I've been putting them hours in, making this money. How you approach it, or some person may say, I guess I didn't do much work. I guess I have to do more work. The passive approach. This light. So it just goes to show, man, this situation is going to prove how not only Manchester United fans, their character as how they would approach a situation like that in real life. Because how they approach it in real life is based on the opinions that they have for the situation with Jadon Sancho and Erik ten Hag. Again, if you believe say my man like Jadon Sancho is in the wrong for putting a post, stand up for himself, then like there's a good chance that you're the type of person that wouldn't like a person standing up to you. Is me? If you go call them out or put them under the bus wrongly, and them go stand up to you and say, yo, you're wrong for that. What you're saying to me, you're talking about my character. You mention my name, you mention my character. Tombo say I don't train hard. That is false. You're wrong. You're full of fallacy. You're talking a bunch of balonies right now. You're telling lies on me. Some person go say, well, I guess I should do more work. I guess he has a point. I mean, he's my supervisor. I mean, supervisors know it all. They're know it alls, aren't they? So I guess they know that I should have put more work. I guess I'm sorry. I'm gonna do some more work. So this situation is going to prove how you, not only United fans, but persons in general, whether it's our rival fans, come at the situation in real life. Because this is not just about football, it's about how person's character really is. It brings it to the surface. Personally, I don't believe Sancho is wrong for defending himself. If he genuinely believes he's not, if he genuinely believes that he's been working hard in training to the expectations of everything, and he's been wrongfully called out, then he should call the manager out. It's an even game, right? You match energy with energy. Um, you get what you receive. So some person may say Jadon Sancho is right for coming out, but maybe he shouldn't have come out like that, scolding his own manager. Because scolding his own manager in public is going to bring internal turmoil and different factions and friction and tension between the manager and the player. And do not think for a second that the players are not seeing that. The players see that, and they're going to react in some way. But in public, they may appear like, oh, well, it's not my business. I don't care about that. Hey, let me say this, man. There is factions in that Manchester United dressing room. Let me make that clear. Manchester United moving like the Gambinos right now. It's me. With two different factions. You have Bruno Fernandes. Well, Bruno Fernandes. I can't say Bruno Fernandes is like a pro everything, although everything is pro Bruno. But I can't speak for factions. It's me. I mean, you have Harry Maguire of all people. This brethren coming out like he's Frank Beckenbauer in the 1980s, talking about, say, oh, if I don't get no game, I'm a cut. Brethren, you should have left in the summer. The door was open. Why didn't leave in the summer? Why you talking about now? Say just because you're not getting no games, you go leave. Leave, bro. Go. The door is open. It's just like one of them kids. I know don't have no kids at all, but man, it's just like one of them kids, man. I know, hey, some of you guys when you were smaller, man, you go threaten, quote unquote, threaten your parents. Tambo say, well, I'm not having my way. I don't watch enough TV. I don't have enough cookies. I'ma leave the house. I'ma leave. Your parents is like, okay, you want me to fix your any food, pack up your lunch, and pack up your box so you can go. I'm serious. I'll leave. I'll leave. Hey, that's what I was saying about going. Like, dude, nobody's like pulling strings to keep you. No one wants to keep you here. You're on like 190. I was about to say 190 calories. 190k per week. No, leave, man, leave. Get out. No one wants you to stay here. You're not like a valuable defender. You're like fifth in the line, man. Fifth in the pecking order. So no one doesn't see you as a valuable centre back. So going back to Jadon Sancho, man. This is not about Manchester United, this is about Jadon Sancho. This situation with Jadon Sancho and Erik is not going to get any better. It's me. It's not going to get any better. It's me. He's not going to get no games on Erik. So it's best in his interest that he go get game time going to a different club, whether permanently or loan wise, temporarily. It's me, because, dude, if this thing continues, Erik knows that. In press conference, journalists go ask, so how is this thing with Jadon Sancho? And he's going to be annoyed. And he's been annoyed. Persons have asked him about Jadon Sancho, and he's like, I've talked about this already, and what was said was said. And he's silent, and he want the person to move to the different question. So it's best in both parties, man. Jadon, you can't loan the manager, so the player has to go get loan in January. And it's a necessary move, because if he stays here, then all of this drama, man, is just going to milk out like a well. It's just going to come out of there. Journalists go make money off of Manchester United because of the drama. And now he's excluded from the first team squad. He can't even get in the first team. He can't even train with the first team. My man was sent on a different island to go train with some kids from the Manchester United Academy or something. And he can't get no game. He not go get no game time. So that says a lot. No, I'll say this. I don't think, in my opinion, that Jadon Sancho is entirely correct in his approach. But the fact that he stand up for himself, I approve of that because I would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing. Now, if things were to quote unquote smooth over and both parties are looking to negotiate and compromise, hold on. What the hell is this? Yeah, if both parties are looking to compromise, the thing is this, man. I'm getting distracted right now. Something just came on my screen. The thing is this. Jadon Sancho needs to go. Whether it's permanently or temporary, I just mentioned. If Manchester United stick with Erik ten Hag, he has to go. That's like a no-go. That's like a given. He has to go. If Erik ten Hag does get stuck, he could stay. He could stay and play on a different manager, whether it's an acting manager or an intern manager, or he gets alone. He gets alone. But leave your comments down in the comment section. I was just spitballing, man. I had to say something about the situation because this situation eventually speaks volume of the character of Manchester United fans, how they would approach that situation. Like some persons are saying Sancho is insecure. How is he insecure? What is insecure about his approach? The brethren confronted, at least publicly, confronted and say, yo, you're lying on my name. Stop lying on my name. I don't like that you're lying on my name. Stop it. That's what he said. He just, curl up in a corner like a armadillo and say, yo, well, he's lying on my name. But he didn't say nothing publicly. You know what they say about silence? Silence is basically like saying a yes. So basically, what I mean by that, I didn't say it in a proper way. But what I mean is that if he kept silent, that means that he's basically conceding defeat. Say, yo, yes, the manager is correct. I didn't train that much. That's what he's basically saying if he was silent about it. But the fact that he was not silent about it meant that was not the case. In his case, in his opinion, he believed he trained hard. I know this thing has spiraled out of control. It has spilled over. Just like a cup of tea. Comments below, man. Comments below. Like and subscribe to the channel. I've said more than enough I have to say. Comments below, bro. Like I said, this has nothing to do with Jadon Sancho. If you want to say everything is insecure, Tambo say wants some 23-year-old to say sorry to him, you can go ahead. You can go ahead. But to say Jadon Sancho is insecure and saying that Jadon Sancho is acting like a spoiled child just because he's standing up for himself and not saying sorry is ludicrous and delusional. Man, why is this light so dark? Man. Thank you. Yeah, man. Hey, it's delusional, man. And again, it goes to show how you would approach the situation. Because if you're offended by Sancho's approach, then that goes to show saying, yo, like how the man stand up for himself. And that says a lot about you. It does say a lot about you. Anyway, like and subscribe to the channel. I've said it more than enough. Leave your comments down in the comment section. I'll be doing a preview tomorrow, by the way, for the Sheffield game. So, yeah, stick out for that one. I'm out.